want to share some stories with you that come from a 1-hour show called Circus on the Streets. Jewish stories of the Lower East Side. I hope you enjoy them. My mom said it was a circus on the streets, the Lower East Side in the 1930s and 40s. As a child, I loved listening to my mom telling me family stories, and I would ask her to repeat the same story over and over again. For me, the Lower East Side was a magical place where wonderful things happened. There were many immigrant groups in the Lower East Side, and one of the largest was the Jewish population. Life was never boring, but it was not easy. It was during the Great Depression, when 1/3 of America was unemployed. They promised the immigrants the golden Medina, the golden country, but what they got was long hours in sweatshops, after which they would return to crowded, decrepit tenements. My brother Zelig, we called him Julie, described one of these tenements on Jefferson Street. Sarah, in the kitchen there was a bathtub, and when that was covered with a metal sheet, it became the table that we read and ate on. Electricity had been introduced in the 1920s, but the refrigerator was still cooled by ice blocks. We had no hot water, so we had to heat the water on a coal-burning stove that we also used to cook on. The 2 tiny bedrooms had no windows, and the toilets, they were outside in the hallway, and they served 4 large families, plus the people that owned shops underneath the tenements. Sarah, it was a place that you ate and slept in, but never really lived in. Sarah, we ran around in gangs. Now, I'm not talking West Side Story gangs, I'm talking fun gangs. We had names like Red Man, Blackie, Shorty, Stiff, Mouse. We were no angels. Heshy, a Jewish guy that owned a bar and grill, would drag customers into the bar by serving free food, since food was cheaper than beer. Us kids would sneak into the bar, steal food, and run away. And Heshy would chase after us and yell, "Get the hell out of here, you gangsters!" We got even, though. We found an abandoned truck tire in the street, and we rolled it through the front door, knocking over a bunch of tables and chairs, and yelled, "Here comes Hitler!" Pop, the tailor from coast to coast. On Sunday, my pop's only day off, he would listen to music like Caruso and Al Jolson and Yiddish songs in his cluttered bedroom and dance to the music by himself. His favorite Yiddish song was, "I am a boarder by my wife. Ich bin a boarder by mein Weib." I'm going to sing it to you first in English and then in Yiddish. I am a boarder by my wife. Guys, that is such a sweet ordeal. When I come home, she asks no questions. She gives me her full attention. I am a boarder by my wife. Ich bin a boarder by mein Weib. Männer, ist das ein teure Zap. Sie attendet mich mit alles. Wenn ich komm, fragt sie kein Schales. Ich bin a boarder by mein Weib. My pop loved this song. My mom hated it. She didn't like what the song was saying. You can get divorced, still live together. Your ex has no responsibilities and all of the benefits. Sometimes on a Sunday, Pop would take us shopping on Orchard Street. Orchard Street was a Yiddish-speaking, bustling garment district with shops like Katz's Deli and Bernstein's Kosher Deli and other shops like Ezra Cohen's Linen Shop and Yonah Schimmel's Knish Bakery and the Orchard Corset, Moishe's Kosher Bakery, and Shapiro's Kosher Wine. A wine so thick you can cut it with a knife. Pop's favorite shop was Gus's Pickles. He would taste the pickles from the different wooden barrels and only buy the ones he liked. What a schnorrer. Mom, she lived for her children. Most of my memories of my mom are going shopping with her. I remember the rancid smells of the open-air chicken market under the Williamsburg Bridge. I remember going with her to the meat shop, where she started gossiping with a friend of hers. And I yelled out in Yiddish, Mama, warum sprichst du zu dieser Jente? Mama, why are you speaking to this gossip? Oh, what a big mouth I had. The butcher never tired repeating that story to me. I remember looking for a wooden cradle for my doll on a bitter cold winter day. We looked everywhere and finally gave up until we found it at Cheap Heshy's on Delancey Street. The perfect cradle for 50 cents. I remember eating French fries from a paper sack with mittens on because it was so cold. I remember going to the movies with my mom. The movies were air conditioned and a relief from the sweltering heat outside during the summertime. Families would bring entire dinners with them, whole soup pots. I was happy with melted cheese on silver cup bread. My mom loved going to the movies. Watching Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers and Shirley Temple took her away. It's ironical that when one is young, one does not appreciate one's parents. I was embarrassed by my father and felt smothered by my mom. Yet I would give anything now to have them back just for a few hours to say the things I never said to them when they were alive. To my pop, I would say, thank you for giving me your joy of life. And to my mom, I would say, thank you for loving me unconditionally. Julie, the philosopher of the family, said that memories last forever. Yes, Julie, you were right. They do last forever. They last for a lifetime. These memories come from my family and from my neighborhood. They come from a circus on the street.